This video is brought to you by Nebula. When it comes to projectors, there are 5 areas that matter most: brightness, resolution, image size, sound quality, and apps. I've used many projectors over the years, and none has delivered on these 5 key areas as well as this. This is the Nebula Cosmos Laser 4K. A laser projector that is actually bright enough to use both at night and during the day. It has a super sharp 4K resolution that projects up to a 150-inch image. It sounds great too, packing 30-watt speakers, and you can start streaming right away with Android TV, Google Assistant, and Chromecast built in. All of this in a projector that still manages to be surprisingly portable. In this video, we're going to be looking at all of these features and more, but I can already tell you after using the Laser 4K for the past week, it is the best projector I've used so far, and it now has a permanent spot in my living room. As always, I will leave the purchase links down in the description, as well as a special discount which runs for a limited time, but more on that later. Let's start off with the unboxing. As you can see, we get really nice presentation, where on the top we find the accessories kit, and this will include the quick start guide as well as the power cable. Thankfully, you don't need any kind of big or heavy power brick. We also get a remote, which will come with lots of streaming app shortcuts, and also the batteries included. And then finally is the Android TV module. And underneath is where we find the Cosmos Laser 4K itself, the star of the show. Let's take a closer look. I really like the design of this projector. You get this dark gray, sleek finish that I think will look at home in any home. And then on top of that, it's actually smaller than I thought, considering all the specs that this thing packs inside. And then you combine that with this sort of taller, narrow, more ergonomic shape. And then of course the handle on top, making it quite easy to move from room to room or even take outdoors. On the front, we get the 4K laser itself, which goes up to 2400 lumens in brightness. This means it is both super sharp and bright, but we'll go more in depth into the image quality in a sec. I like the red ring surrounding the laser. I think that's a nice touch. And then around that, you also get a series of sensors. Now, these are for the intelligent environment adaptation. This is something that we also saw in the smaller Capsule 3 projector. I've also done a review on that. I'll leave that video linked in the description. But all of these sensors are used to essentially set the image for you, and this works really well, and I'll take you through how this works in a sec. And then on the top we get the handle, which has a nice rubber grip underneath, and then on the back we get the light up touch controls. This is great as it makes it easy to use and see at night. Or of course, if you're like me and lose the remote. Also, by the way, the Nebula app for iPhone or Android also works great as an additional remote. On the back is where we find the slot for the Android TV module, and this slides right in. And we also have the I/O. So we have your power port, full-size HDMI to plug in your PS5, Xbox, Switch, or PC, anything really. We also get a USB-C port and an aux in port as well. Built in, we also get Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5, and this is going to be used to connect to the smartphone app, and also for Android TV to stream all of your shows and content. Now, the fact that this has Android TV built right in is really great, as this means you get fantastic software and of course access to all of your apps right from inside the projector. Not to mention, you also get Google Assistant and Chromecast 2 built right in. And then on the sides, you see we have this dot pattern, and this is of course important for airflow. This thing produces a lot of light, so does need to cool, but the fan inside is surprisingly quiet, something you won't hear at all, especially if you have content playing. But what is not quiet though are the built-in speakers. And yes, I did use the word speakers, plural, and that's because this thing has 2 tweeters and 2 full-range drivers. And altogether, this really packs surprisingly loud sound. Have a listen. As you can hear, these speakers on this projector are really quite good. I was surprised by the level of detail, the depth, and also the broad soundstage. This thing can easily fill a room filled with people. But now let's talk about the image quality and how I use the Cosmos Laser 4K. Now, the biggest weakness with most projectors is the brightness, meaning you can really only use them late at night, and this of course limits how often and where you can use these projectors. Now, the Cosmos Laser 4K changes that with its 2400 lumens of brightness, meaning you get a super bright image. Personally, I have the Cosmos Laser 4K set up in my living room on most days, and during the day with the ceiling lights on, the light from the miserable London weather coming in through my big windows, but even with all of that combined, the image still looks fantastic. And I don't just mean you can see what's on screen, no, it actually looks really good. And here, the HDR10 capabilities really shine, pulling lots of detail from your content where the dark parts of the image are almost black and the light parts are truly white, creating high contrast. For me, the fact that the Laser 4K works so well both at night as well as during the day is why I'm able to use it in my living room on most days and why it's actually replaced my TV. And of course, another big advantage you get with a projector like this is a 150-inch image size, which is more than double of my old TV. But of course, with an image that big, you need, well, resolution, and here it's in the name. The Laser 4K projects in 4K at up to 60 Hz. Your 4K movies, shows, and videos, like this one, will look absolutely stunning. You really get that cinema feel right at home. And then from time to time, I like to take the Laser 4K into my bedroom or right here in the studio for some gaming. And in gaming especially, you really see those colors come to life, where they retain their depth, aren't washed out like on many other projectors, and I also found the color profile to be very accurate and pleasing to the eye, and this really helps bring the worlds in your games to life. So if you take the sharp 4K resolution, the big 150-inch screen, and then those vibrant colors all together, it really creates an immersive experience that you just can't replicate with a TV or other subpar projectors. Now, this level of brightness, sharpness, and color vibrance are all possible thanks to using laser technology, where compared to LEDs, lasers are brighter as they're able to focus more photons, light energy, in a more coherent way, leading to less energy lost. Laser tech also enables more vibrance in color that is just not possible on LED projectors, as it's able to control the RGB elements independently to produce the exact color required. Laser technology also lasts longer over time, so compared to a typical LED projector where the bulb would have to be replaced after around 4,000 hours or so, the laser inside the Cosmos 4K is rated to last beyond 25,000 hours. So this means it will last much longer and actually be more affordable over time. And laser technology is also more efficient, taking less power to run, making it better for the environment. Like on a phone, software and apps are key, and the Laser 4K runs Android TV, and this means you get access to all of your favorite apps and you can start streaming right away without even having to plug anything in. You also get Chromecast built right in, and this is something I found to be especially useful when having friends or guests over who can just quickly pull something up on their phone and then cast it straight to the projector. And then on top of that, you also get Google Assistant, which means searching for TV shows or movies, and generally controlling the projector is just extra easy. I can't tell you how many TVs or even projectors that I've used in the past that either come with no software or software that is super choppy and slow to use, so getting this really smooth, well-rounded Android TV experience on the Nebula Laser 4K is such a big plus. And then a feature I especially like is called Eye Guard. Now, Eye Guard will detect if anyone is in front of the laser and then will automatically dim the projector to protect your eyes. This is especially great if you have kids. Much like the smaller Capsule 3 projector from Nebula, the Laser 4K uses intelligent environment adaptation, where it will automatically detect if the projector has been moved and then will automatically set the focus, the keystone, which is the angle of the image, and even manage to avoid obstacles and set the screen size. And this is great because you don't have to worry about messing with the settings, just place the projector and let it take care of itself. And it works really well and really opens up the use cases even further, as no matter where you place this thing, the image will always look good. At the start of this video, I mentioned 5 key pillars of any projector, right? There's brightness, resolution, image size, sound quality, and apps. And the Nebula Cosmos Laser 4K is essentially built around these 5 key pillars. You get 2400 lumens, meaning the image is bright enough to use even during the day. You get that 4K resolution for a super sharp image, and impressive room-filling speakers built right in. And then on top of that, you also get Android TV for a super smooth software experience. And you combine all of that with a good-looking design that is also portable, easy to move and set up. And well, all of this adds up to an absolute home run, and which is why for me, the Laser 4K is the best projector I've used so far, and is one that I'll continue to use in my living room setup. I will leave all the purchase links down in the description, as well as a limited time discount code, where if you use the code Cosmos Laser, you will get $400 off your order directly on Amazon. This is a huge discount, making this the ideal time to upgrade your home cinema game, and I think a great time to get the best all-around projector that is currently available. Let me know if you have any questions at all, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend also watching my review of the Nebula Capsule 3, a projector that quite literally fits in the palm of your hand. Anyway, guys, let me know if you have any questions at all. Thanks for watching, and take care.